Joe, we're going to talk about the importance of compliance in international shipping. You're going to do the talking.
Oh, I'm going to do the topping. Thank you, Randy. No problem. It's a lot of people, a lot of companies that are starting to import and export run into a foul with it because they don't understand the regulations are. Do you know what AES is? The Automated Export System. So when you go to do an export, depending upon the value of those goods and where they're going, you have different requirements that you have to do. You have to file that export with your forwarder or with another party that deposits that information for the government that gets approval for you to export those goods. Same thing with importing, okay? When you get those goods, you just can't tell your supplier to ship you goods because do you have a customs broker? Do you have a freight forwarder? Better yet, do you have a bond? You're not going to get things into this country without having a customs bond in place. And the importance behind that bond is how often are you going to import? How much do you need that? You can do continuous bonds or you can do single entry bonds. And it's all around the cost. Single entry bond is going to cost you more to do. A continuous bond over a long period of time will cost you more, but you don't have to keep doing those bonds. The other thing is do you know the classification? A lot of times vendors will ship you something and they'll put the classification on their commercial invoice. Problem is just because it was good for that country doesn't mean it's right for this country. We've got a customer that had tariff rulings in Europe and they had tariff rulings here and they put their classifications in two different chapters. The problem is you have to adhere to both governments and they both issued that ruling. So you have to adhere to those classifications that are in different chapters. And that's the important of understanding. You get into where you're shipping to. Are they one of the terrorist 5? Is it going to North Korea? Guys, you can't do that. Right now, there's a lot of things. Almost everything to Russia is being embargoed. So what happens if you get a customer in Dubai that says, I want to buy product, and you've never done business with them before? How do you know they're not going to route your product to Russia? And if you have the whole thing about doing due diligence on customers, you need to know your customers and what they're doing. You've got things called red flags. And if they're a new customer wanting to buy a big piece of equipment that's used in the defense industry, that's a red flag. You've never done business with them before. You have to investigate your customers. You heard me say on another video is know your customer. It's no longer good enough. You have to know your customer's customer to make sure you stay out of trouble.
In global trade, there's so much you need to know. And probably one of the first things is what you don't know. You need to know that, and you can find out a lot from this guy here.
But that's the reason why we exist, to help companies get through those. Right. It's like restricted party screening. There is no law that says you have to do restricted party screening. Problem is the law says if you trade with one of those people that are sanctioned, you're going to be in trouble.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So what Vigilant does is Vigilant can help you through that, evaluate if you think there's a hit. We go through and we manage that with you to make sure you're not going to get in trouble for something you do.
Well, Joe, thanks a lot for sharing. And vigilantgts.com. If you're not there, get there. Plenty more videos. We can learn a lot more and learn just why Vigilant can make a great partner for you.
We look forward to hearing from you.